I'm just going to go and demonstrate this Pallof press exercise. So really good exercise for working the core alongside keeping your body in the correct stacked position. So rib cage over the top of your pelvis. That's quite important for this exercise. That you want to make sure that you're well aligned throughout it. It's kind of pointless to be doing it in a bit of a leant back position. So keep that in mind. The other thing we want to be making sure is that we're feeling nicely connected through our core, particularly as we push the arms away. We're going to use the exhale to facilitate that. But again, if you feel any bulging or doming in your abdomen or pressure down on your pelvic floor, you might just want to pause, come back and start the set again, or start the rep again, so that we get setting it up correctly to train this natural inner core response, okay, which is part of the purpose of doing it. So we're going to do the kneeling position. I'm going to take this ball, it's going to go between the thighs. It's a soft ball, you can use a cushion. You're going to go far enough away from where your band is attached that it feels just a little bit challenging to keep the hands central. So I'm using quite a light band at the moment, and so I'm just moving a fair distance away from it. I'm going to take my hands, make sure that when they're close to me, I can feel that there's a small amount of work, and when they're further away from me, I'm having to work just a little bit harder to stay in the centre. Okay, so you want to keep those hands so they're always right in front of the middle of your chest. Okay, now we're going to think about, just first of all, make sure that the ribs and the pelvis are over the top of each other. So you can just check that by making sure your pelvis is neutral. And with a neutral pelvis, make sure that the one hand, if you place it right at the front of your pelvis, and the other hand on your sternum, they should be pretty much exactly over the top of each other, okay? So this is where you want to be. Keep your chin slightly chucked so your neck feels long at the back, and that way you'll get some deep neck flexor work too. Might as well do it all whilst we're doing any exercise. So we're going to breathe in to prepare, so breathe wide into your sit bones, feeling the opening through the pelvic floor and through your torso. And then as you breathe out, I want you to feel naturally, there's a natural sinking up of your pelvic floor, gently coming in, and your lower abdominal muscles, and then the whole abdominal wall gently flattening out. So breathe out, and as you do that and you feel that response happening, start to take the arms away. Okay, so it looks like this. At the end, take your breath in as you bring your arms back. Breathe out, start moving. Breathe in as you bring the arms back, okay? And what you'll notice is on the way back, you still have a little bit of connection here in the core, and that's because you're still working, but as the workload reduces, so the closer your arms to the body, they are to the body, then the lighter the workload is. You'll feel that there's a natural response from your body to reduce the amount of tension you're holding here, because it's not having to work so hard, whereas when the arms are strong and far away from you, the core's having to work very hard, so we're going to feel that increase in activity there. So you're going to feel that there's more tension in the abdominal wall. That's normal, and that's a good response. If you find that that's not happening, then you might need to put a little bit more voluntary activation into it. So for example, if you take your arms away from you and you're finding, do you know what, I get to a certain level and I'm not getting that natural increased response here, and I'm starting to dome, or my middle is sinking, or my pelvic floor is pushing, then what you would do is you would gently draw and recruit a little bit more until you find that level that you've got that control back. If you can't find it, then you will need to regress the exercise, which will either mean going to like a mat work exercise potentially, or moving to a slightly lighter band, or moving closer to the wall so it's easier. So that's how you can modify. So we're always working with what your body's ready for today. It needs to be challenging, but it shouldn't be overloading to the point where it's causing compensatory or problematic things to occur. Right, so let's go through that again. So you're breathing in to prepare. As you breathe out, feeling everything gently recruit, press your ball, that will give you even more recruitment, take the arms away. Okay, so this is all through that one exhale. Now you're inhaling as you're bringing everything back. At the end of the rep, let everything relax, and then get ready to breathe out again. And as you're breathing out, you're taking the arms away. Breathe in as you bring everything back. Breathe out as you take the arms away. Breathe in as you bring everything back. Breathe out as you take the arms away, pressing your ball. Breathe in as you bring the arms back. Breathe out, press the arms away. Breathe in, bringing them back. Breathe out, press the arms away. Breathe in, bringing them back. And you would just keep going until your fatigue point. So for some people that might be 5 or 6 reps, and for other people they might be able to keep going to like 20. If you're doing 20, then it's too easy. So at that point then you would either move to one of the progressed versions, or you would make this band stronger, or you would move further away from it. You just want a bit more to work with. The easiest progression to show you in this video is to just move to a standing position. So literally the same setup. I'm probably going to go slightly out of camera though. So it's literally the same setup, but same thing. You need to make sure pelvis is neutral, ribs are over the pelvis, you're setting yourself up nicely. I can't move far enough away to show you a good resistance without messing up the camera, but you would do the same thing. Breathe in to prepare, breathe out, take the arms away, breathe in, bring them back, breathe out, take them away. It's going to be more challenging because you've got an extra layer that you're trying to stack and control, so it's going to challenge your core a little bit more. So that's a very easy progression from there. The other sorts of progressions that we might do are ones where we move into more rotational movements, but that will be a different video.